All right, welcome back. notMYkid Director of Strategic Partnerships, Elena Zavala, is joining us to talk about how we can keep kids safe and their mental well-being safe over summer. So thanks so much for joining us early on a Saturday. First, just tell us a little bit about notMYkid.
Yeah, so notMYkid is a local nonprofit. We do a lot of work around mental health and substance use prevention and digital wellness. So we really want to help the community and help the youth and just understanding the landscape of what's going on in our communities right now.
Such an important topic, especially during summer. You know, they're out of school, it's hot outside, so maybe they do want to stay inside. What is an indicator that your kid may be spending too much time online?
Yeah, so whenever we are trying to remove those devices from them, there's irritability. If they're so attached to it, they're going to want to continue to spend more time with it. So any signs of irritability or even wanting to continue to use it, even at times that it's not appropriate.
How do we know how much time is too much screen time?
Yeah, so with screen time, it's tricky, right? Because we use technology for everything, but just really setting those boundaries from the beginning. If we are handing over a device, it's understanding that they have access to so much on there. And the algorithm is built to keep us on there and keep these youth on there, but just really setting those boundaries and giving them those time limits. And we can do that on the devices. We can change that in the settings.
It's nice that those parameters can be built in. Almost like you'd rather hand them a book versus an iPad or something. Tell us a little bit about what other activities kids can do or what parents can do to keep their kids offline.
Yeah. One of the biggest things that I always talk to parents about is it starts with us. Technology is all around us, so as adults we're using it as well, leading by example and just setting our phone aside and doing fun activities with the kids. It could be something as simple as having engaging questions with the kids, asking them something as simple as, how was your day? What is your favorite part of the day? What is your favorite color? Remind them and re-ask those questions that we might already know, but start an engaging conversation with them to distract them from those devices.
I love the thought of it starts with us because, you know, I have a nephew, he's so little, and he's already kind of reaching for a phone, but I think it's because he sees us adults always on our phones. So it would be good for us, too, to put down our devices.
Yes, correct. That's one of the best things that we can do, and giving them different activities, even creating a routine for them that includes maybe chores, other engaging activities. If they're siblings, have them interact with their siblings. So there's so many ways that we can lead that.
And I know this may sound obvious, but what is some of the dangers in terms of their mental wellness if they are online a lot?
Yes, so there's so many ways that it can affect their mental health. If they're online for too long, you know, there can be an addiction to the screen, but there's also exposure to other people who might be pretending to be something that they're not, or even having conversations with people who are trying to do them harm.
Okay, so we have a few seconds left. If people want to learn more about tips and tricks to keep their kids safe and offline this summer, or they just want to learn more about your nonprofit, how can they do so?
They can go ahead and visit us at notmykid.org. They can visit our website, and there's a large amount of resources and information on our services on there.
Okay, such an important topic and good conversation. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll be right back.